Alright, let's see if we can avenge ourselves. Oh, that sucks. That's the one thing that kind of turns me off from card games. But it's like, oh, the Vault Within, why you play it then if you know, stuff like that happens. Well, card games are still fun at the end of the day. I mean, they don't really frustrate me as like other games do. I mean, the only game that really makes me frustrated is probably Call of Duty, and I haven't played that since like a long time ago. So it's just sometimes it's frustrating because, you know, like you could be very close to winning and your opponent just draws like the luckiest card ever and you lose because of it. So because it's, I don't know, in my perspective, in my opinion, like I like to win games knowing that I can actually prevent from losing, especially in fighting games. That's why fighting games are so fun, because when you lose, you know you lost because you know your opponent's just better than you, and it was because you just couldn't stop him. Whereas this, it's so different because you can't stop him from winning. It's really 50-50, like I said. And with that, you kind of have to, you know, draw your best cards if its luck is on your side.
The longer the odds,
That's the only thing about card games for me. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're still pretty fun to play. I just kind of wish that I can somehow sometimes always, what do you call it? Stop my opponent from winning. Alright, I'm going... Wait, what's this card do? Put a friendly card in this lane. Whale. I am going to... I'll just play defense for now. I'll play some defense. And actually, on the last game that was posted, I was playing against a willpower deck, and usually I have lots of trouble with willpower decks because they're like the best attribute in the game, to be honest. So I'm actually kind of not upset as much because, you know, willpower decks are super good and I somehow barely lost. So that just kind of shows you how powerful those cards are. Alright, well, the only thing I can do is place this in the shadow lane, and yeah, that's all I can do right now. That's all I can do. I might be on the losing streak here. We'll see. We'll see. Usually against strength decks, like, oh great. That's not good. That's good. This is also good. Okay. Well, you got items, huh? Items, you see? Very good. And that's kind of why,
a powerful blow.
Thank you. I actually, didn't think you were gonna do that, but you know. Alright. Do this. That way I can kill you for free and get an extra attack bonus. Thank you. Okay. When I need this card the most, that kind of shows you why I have this card still. Because it works really well against strength decks, because strength decks just buff the heck out of their creatures. That's usually, having a strength deck, you're really just focusing on items, buffing your creatures, and actions that do damage like that. So But it's good because look how many cards he has and look how many cards I have. So that's the weakness of strength decks, is that they're very aggressive and very buff focused, and if your opponent just shuts it down, then you have like no items and creatures and cards to draw. So that's the weakness of a strength deck. I don't think I ever really lost against a strength deck either. It's usually if they have strength or intelligence, because intelligence is actually really helpful. It kind of makes up for the weakness of strength, because it's just so what do you call it? It's just so predictable on what they do. So I already have a drain card up. Usually if I have a drain card up, usually I'm in a good place. But if they somehow manage to destroy it, then I'm kind of in trouble. If he has silence or lethal, that's like the easiest way to take him down. And he has endurance too, so I wouldn't be surprised if he has a... Oh wow. He has charge. You gonna kill my Argonian? Oh, he's desperate. He is desperate. Very desperate, I see. This is actually really good.
Close ranks. Let nothing through.
Depends. Are you gonna... Oh, you're gonna attack my Argonian? Are you sure you want to do that? Oh, he did. That wasn't a good move on this part, to be honest. That was not a very good move. He probably should have just went for my life points, to be honest. Well, I could do a lot of stuff here. Let's do this. Actually, can we do that? Either way.
Your pain is delicious.
I think I'm just gonna... Alright. I'm desperate. I really am. That's why I kind of did it.
Your pain is delicious. Your pain is delicious. Hail to Civis.
I was very desperate, to be honest. I probably could have did something else, and that's probably gonna bite me in the butt later, because he has a bunch of cards now. So we'll see. We will see.
You won't escape alive.
A guard, huh? Okay.
We stand united.
That's okay. You can buff your... I really don't care. You can buff all you want. Because you know what happens when you spend the whole time buffing your character? This is what happens. Yep. Goodbye. Sorry. That's what happens. And... I think it's over. Unless he has guard, then he'll be lucky.
A powerful blow.
Thank you. Probably has a guard. If he has a guard, I have bad luck today.
This should be good.
Oh, never mind.
Your pain is delicious.
Okay, like, that was a good, I don't know if it was a good match compared to the last one, but, oh, I ranked up. Well, look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, that was a very short game. I don't know if I will post this. Maybe I might post it. Actually, let's use this time to kind of show like what my deck is. That way it'll be kind of an interesting video to be worth watching. So, I have 53 cards. lot of you are probably thinking, oh, that's a dumb idea, because why would you have 53 cards? Because usually you want to keep it to 50. The lower cards you have, the more likely you'll draw the cards you want. So basically, I have enough soul gems to summon a legendary card. So I'm still thinking what I want as far as a legendary card, or you know, think of other cards if I want to pick. But you know, I'm just, this card, look at this, like I know this is a weird like setup, but this deck kind of focuses on, you know, it's not as aggressive. It's you're kind of just relying on the waiting game to where you draw the powerful cards later. And usually you'll have other cards stocked up to like save your chances from not losing those high roller monsters like these guys. Because, you know, I have cards like Soul Tier, like I have 3 of these. So even if my powerful monsters get destroyed and I have like a bunch of what do you call it, where was it, Soul Tiers in stocked, and like other buffs and stuff like that, it can really help out in the long run. So like really the goal is to kind of use lots of wisdom and play smart using this, because you kind of like, even though this deck has like lots of actions and items, you kind of want to think like, where would you want to save it up for, and if it's really worth using it right away. Because I'm starting to realize, like, when you wait until they draw the big boys, especially when your opponent's like saved up summoning a very powerful creature, that's when lethal and then all these other cards come in handy. And like these snakes I get, territorial vipers, these cards really help out a lot. And since I have 3 of these, you know, I have a high chance of getting one. So, and also if I use Soul Tier and he has another big boy guard that needs to get destroyed, I'll be desperate and use a Soul Tier and draw another territory viper and just destroy it. So, you know, it's very diverse. It's more focused on taking down very high leveled creatures when necessary, and give you enough time and safety to keep your best monsters up. So it still kind of needs work maybe a little bit, but right now it's been doing okay for me. Like, I think this is probably the best setup I have ever since I finished the Dark Brotherhood expansion thing, because this setup it's won me a lot of matches. And like I said, I did lose that other one that I posted, and that was really out of my control, because, you know, I just got unlucky and just didn't draw like any powerful cards at all. So that's kind of what happened. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video still, even though it wasn't a very, you know, good match. But, you know, I try to upload as much of these as I can, whether or not, if they're good enough. Like, if they're just very fast and not worth like watching, then I won't post it. But this one wasn't that bad, you know. So anyways, this is TheVoltWithin, guys. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed the video, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe to this channel if you're new, to keep up with more Elder Scrolls related content. And as always, I will see you guys on the next video.